Okay folks, it's great personal expense to myself. I've gone and purchased two of these 9-volt batteries. I have ordered a rechargeable NiCad pack that'll be charged via a wall socket, but it hasn't arrived. It's coming from China, so it's going to take a little while. So great, cost to put these two new energizers on here. It's probably not the most economical way of running the robot, but I just want to do my first challenge. What I'm doing is I'm running a modified version of the collision avoidance code. So I'll run that first, and that has a little half-second period in the code where it'll actually, when it detects an object, go backwards for half a second and then move forwards rather than spinning on the spot. So we'll use my code first, which is modified, and we'll see if it gets out of the little challenge that I've set it, and then we'll use the original code, and we'll see how it fares with that code as well. Maybe it does just as well with that code as well, but I have a sneaking suspicion there may be difficulties. So without further ado, I'll get on. I'll show you the challenge that we're going to be doing, and we'll see if it can actually do what it's supposed to do. So stick with me here and we'll just have a look. Okay, so this challenge is called the Library of Doom. You've ever been stuck in the library looking for a book that you can't find? This is going to be like a robot version of that. Basically what the robot has to do is, starting sideways, not facing the exit, it's got to try and find its way out through the gap, and we'll just see if it can actually do that. So I'll just get the motor started and we'll see what happens. Success! Apart from the small collision. Okay, so now what we're going to do is use the original code as it appears on the site that we got this robot idea from. And we're just going to see whether that code actually allows our robot to escape from here. So I'll plug it in. I was thinking suspicion there's going to be a few more collisions with this program, but you never know, it might actually perform better. So let's have a look. That's way better. Let's try it again. Make sure it wasn't a fluke. And there you go. That's what I strongly suspected. It's going to have collisions like that where it jams up against something because it doesn't back up. And that is why I modified the code to stop that from happening. It still can happen with my version of the code, I'm suspecting. But those scenarios don't happen as often. But as you can see, both versions of code work. Not 100% of the time, but you certainly can pass that challenge. And maybe you can play around with the code and find ways of improving it to stop those things from happening. Have done some modifications to this robot where I've added extra sensors on each corner and stuff like that to try and stop it from jamming on a corner. So there's lots of things you can do like that. But that's our first challenge completed. And down the side of the Mr. C Robotics site, Google site, so you just Google Mr. C Robotics Google site, you'll find a number of challenges. And that's the first one, using the code that you've already gotten from the other site. We're now going to do a number of challenges. They're going to teach us about the Adafruit motor library and how that code works. And they're going to be a lot simpler versions of code, but it's going to really break down how the coding works. So just have a go at each one of those challenges and keep having fun. Bye. Now, I know what you're all thinking. You think, well, Mr. Commodus only did it once with his code, and how is that a valid test? So I'm going to do 2 more attempted escapes from this ring of death, and we can see if we can actually get out twice, or maybe even more times. So let's have a look. We'll just start it up, and we'll see how it goes. Oh no! It's just, no, that's a fail. So 1 fail out of 1. Let's try it again. And that's success. 1 out of 2. Let's go for 5. Ooh, nearly hit the edge. 2 out of 3. Three out of 4. Four out of 5, I don't know. Anyway, it's reasonably successful, I think, that modification of the code. What I do is get it to go backwards for half a second. Anyway, see what you can do to improve the code.